Good evening, Yankees Nation. I'm Ken, and you're here with the ugly truth. Today is the first game of a three-game set against the Blue Jays. If you remember, the last time we faced the Blue Jays, the Yankees were swept in a four-game set. Currently, the Blue Jays are 3 games ahead of the Yankees, and Yankees are sitting in second place. Hopefully, it's a revenge match, and we will be able to do a little bit of payback to Toronto. Today's pitching matchup is Carlos Rodon versus Kevin Gossman. Carlos Rodon is been a legitimate great pitcher for the Yankees. He has learned how to pitch on a different level, and he is definitely pitching up to the potential of the contract that we signed him for 3 years ago. It is a big start for him, and if all goes well with Rodon pitching the way he's capable of pitching, the Yankees could take this first game. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. If you haven't heard, the Yankees lineup today is Trent Grisham leading off, playing center field, hitting .255. The captain, Aaron Judge, will be hitting in the 2-hole, playing right field, hitting .352. Jazz Chisholm will be hitting in the 3-hole, playing second base, hitting .249. Giancarlo Stanton will be DHing and hitting fourth at .286 this season. Jason Dominguez will be manning left field, hitting .257. Paul Goldschmidt will be hitting in the 6-hole, playing first base, hitting .289. Behind the dish is Austin Wells, hitting .223 on the season. In the 8-hole is shortstop Anthony Volpe, hitting .216. And bringing up the rear is going to be Oswald Peraza, hitting .147. For today's Jays lineup, Clement will be leading off, playing third base. Springer will be DHing this evening, hitting in the 2-hole. Vlad Guerrero Jr. will be playing first base, hitting in the 3-hole. Dante Bichette, or Bo Bichette, will be cleaning up and playing shortstop. Yankee killer Alejandro Kurt will be behind the dish, hitting in the 6-hole. Schneider will be playing left field. 7-hole, Straw will be hitting 6-hole. Straw will be playing center field, hitting in the 7-hole. Jimenez will be at second base, and Loderfido will be playing right field and hitting in the 9-hole. That is your lineup for today's game. Right now, we are in a commercial break, and we will get to it here in a sec. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and subscribe if you are not subscribed. Any help that you guys could possibly provide for growing this channel would be most appreciated. Joe over there at NY Yankee Mania had a great interview with Jake McGee. If you have a chance, check it out. See what he's got to show you from his interview. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Nancy. How's it going there, Cold Italian? How are we feeling about this upcoming game? And they are announcing today's starting lineup that we've already gone over. So, hence, we'll take a pregnant pause. Hopefully, everyone is going to enjoy the play by play. Hopefully, the Yankees will do a little bit of revenge killing on the Blue Jays. Gossman is hitting his 20th start. He is 6-7 on the season with a 4.19 ERA. Opponents are hitting 228. Gossman is noted for throwing a splitter. So Yankees Yankees are going to see fastball and splitters. So if we actually sit there and track the way we're supposed to, we could give Gossman a hard time and hopefully put him out. The Jays have some injury issues in their bullpen. So hopefully we could do a little bit of damage there. He is going to be patient at bats and getting Gossman out of the game as quickly as possible. No one out at bat or one pitch at bats. In this 3-game set, game 1 is going to be Rodon versus Gossman. Game 2 tomorrow is going to be Cam Schlittler matching up against Max Scherzer. And game 3 will be Max Fried versus Chris Bassett. So I'm liking the matchups for us this season. And let's see, Grisham is in the box. Gossman is on the bump. He's stretching. Grisham's ready. Gossman sets. And the first pitch is a four-seamer off the plate for ball 1, and the game is underway. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and the next one is a fastball right down the hard to Broadway for call, strike 1. A lot of people were wondering why Cody Bellinger is not in the starting lineup today. Well, his numbers against Gossman are basically he's hit 105, 2 for 19. He doesn't hit Gossman well, and the pitch is in there and fouled off by Grisham. Count is now 1-2. So this may be a good day for Cody to get at bat or get a rest. I would not be surprised to see a split finger fastball coming in to try to get Grish to chase it. Hopefully he has patience and can hold off. And Gossman sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And that is the first out of the game. Grisham down on strikes. Coming up to bat, the captain. All rise. The judge is in his chambers. And Gossman sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is a four-seamer down and away for ball 1. Count is 1-0. For those of you just joining the stream, Judge is hitting 352, 36 home runs, 83 RBIs. And the next pitch is a splitter down in the dirt. Count is 2-0. And Judge sets, or Gossman sets, that brings the pitch to Judge, and Judge swings on it and misses. Gossman blew a 94-mile-an-hour fastball past the captain. The last time the Judge faced the Blue Jays, they threw him a lot of high fastballs and a lot of breaking stuff away. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge fouls this one off to the backstop. Count is now evened at 2-2. And in two strike fashion, Judge takes time out, picks up a rock, and throws it to the side. Getting back and getting ready to get in the box. And we have a little bit of Aaron Judge magic tonight. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge swings at a splitter, strike three. So that is 2 up, 2 down with 2 strikeouts for Gosman. This is not what we were hoping for in the start of this game. But we're in the top of the first. Let's go Yankees. And Gosman sets. He brings the pitch, and this one is grounded lightly to Guerrero. Guerrero takes the play by himself, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. Blue Jays coming to bat. Ernie Clement, George Springer, and Vlad Guerrero coming up to bat. Hey, John the Beagle Dad, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. For those of you just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not, please subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Joe, if you're still here, drop a note on your post game. And all-star pitcher Carlos Rodon is heading out to the bump. This is his 21st start of the season. He has a 10-6 record. And Rodon sets, and the first pitch is a changeup up and away. Count is 1-0. Rodon sets, and the pitch is a high fly ball to left field. Dominguez is tracking it near the corner, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Hey, 99. Coming up to bat is George Springer. And the changeup catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Blazer is the home plate umpire, and he is a pitcher-friendly umpire. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and Springer hits a high fly ball left center field, and Dominguez is under it and makes the play for the second out. That is 2 down. Rodon has thrown nothing but 4 changeups, has lazy fly balls. Coming up to hit is Vlad Guerrero Jr. Guerrero's hitting .278 on the season, 13 home runs, 46 RBIs. And the first pitch is a four-seamer that is called ball, but it was definitely a strike. Count is 1-0. Rodon sets. He brings the pitch, and it is a fastball that catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Temperature in Toronto is 68 degree. There's an 11-mile-an-hour wind there. And Guerrero chops the ball to third. Peraza fields it and bounces it to Goldschmidt to record the third out. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Rodon, and that's the start that we want to see from him. Now it's time for the bats to come alive and get busy. Coming up to bat in our half of the second is Giancarlo Stanton, Jason Dominguez, and Paul Goldschmidt. It's funny, 99. George Springer was hitting like a monster against the Yankees. Against the A's, he went 1 for 12 in their series. Since I am calling the games from the Philadelphia area, I do not have bowling on Wednesday, so I will be calling the play-by-play. And something that is not normal for me to do on Wednesdays. So I look forward to seeing you there, keeping in mind that that is an Amazon Prime game. John, why Springer doesn't have someone banging trash cans to tell him what the pitch is. And Gossman is on the bump. And Carlos Stanton is in the box and he's ready. And Gossman sets, and the pitch is in there for call. Strike one, another fastball. Count is 0-1. Stanton is hitting 286 with 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. And Gossman sets, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2. And Springer sets, and the four seamer is up and out of the strike zone for call. Ball one. Count is 1-2. Gossman sets, and he brings the next pitch, and it is a slider way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And Gossman sets, and he brings the next pitch, and Stanton hammers this one to left field, but it is going to be just short of the track. Snyder puts it away for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez. And Gossman sets, and he brings the pitch. It's right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Gossman sets and he fires, and the four seamer is just a bit low. Count is 1-1. Dominguez is on an 0 for 14 hitting streak. Gossman sets and he fires, and the four seamer is down low once again. The count is now 2-1. Can Dominguez break out of his slump and contribute to the offense of this team? Dominguez is hitting 350 or 257, 8 home runs, 34 RBIs, and a 737 OPS. Gossman brings the pitch, and it is a slider or splitter that is chopped foul. Count is evened at 2-2. Hey, Dev, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Gossman sets and fires, and Dominguez hits a line drive to center field, but not before Miles Straw closes on it to make the catch. That is the second out of the game, or the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul G. And Gosman sets and he fires, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is 0-1. Gosman sets and he brings the pitch, and Goldschmidt fouls us back to the backstop. Count is evened at 1-1. Goldschmidt is hitting 289 on the season, 8 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a 780 OPS. And Gossman brings the pitch, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-2. So I would not be surprised to see the sinker coming into play in this at bat right now. Gossman sets, and the pitch is hammered down the third base line. It is not handled cleanly, and Goldschmidt is going to have an infield single. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And Gossman sets and he fires, and the pitch is a splitter down in the dirt, but Wells swings at it. Count is 0-1. Wells is hitting 223 on the season, 14 home runs, 54 RBIs, and a 725 OPS. Gossman sets, and the splitter is fouled off. Count is 0-2. For those of you just joined the stream, the score is, we are in the top of the second. The score is 0-0. Yankees have 2 outs with a runner at first base, and Austin Wells is up to bat. Count is 0-2 on Wells. And the pitch is lined sharply at Clement, and he catches it to end the third inning, or the second inning. As we head to the bottom of the second, the Blue Jays are going to have Bo Bichette, Alejandro Kirk, and Snyder coming up to bat. Yeah, Gossman is not hitting his points, and that tends to be that is a tendency for him early in the games. Once you get him into the third inning or so, late second, third, he tends to get on point. Long-term Yankees have seen Gossman for years as a Oriole and a Blue Jay. So I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy Monday evening to catch a little bit of baseball. If you have not, please hit the like, share the channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And Rodon is on the bump. Bichette is hitting 282 on the season, 12 home runs, 55 RBIs. And Rodon sets and he fires. The first pitch is a four-seamer up and out of the strike zone for ball one. And Rodon sets and he brings the next pitch. It hits the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is even 1-1 on Bichette. Rodon sets and he fires a curve or changeup that is down and away. Count is 2-1. Rodon sets and the pitch is, oh my God, up and called a ball, but it definitely painted the strike zone. Count is now 2-1, 3-1. Excuse me. And Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed to bring the count to 3-2. Rodon sets and he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and hit to Peraza. Peraza feels it and shoots it to Goldie at first for the out. That is the first down or first out of the second inning, bottom of the second. Coming up to bat is Alejandro Kirk. Kirk is another noted Yankee killer. And Rodon sets and he fires the slider, and it's outside and called strike one, outside corner, strike one. Rodon sets and he fires, and Kirk fouls this one off. Count is now 0-2. And Kirk is granted timeout. Back in the box. And Rodon sets. And he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and hit to deep left field. Dominguez is going back, and this one is going to come off the wall. Kirk is going to cruise in there with a double. Well, well, well. Looking at that one, Dominguez might have misplayed it. Snyder is coming up, and The first pitch is a slider that catches the outside corner for strike one. Snyder's hitting 218 on the season, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, and a 794 OPS. Rodon sets, and Snyder cannot hold back his swing. It is called a strike. Count is 0-2. Yeah, Dominguez looks good. I think that inexperience in that field led to the misplay. Rodon sets and fires, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch is in there and fouled down the third base line. Count is still 1-2. Well, 99. Dominguez is playing left field because you're not going to bench Bellinger, not as a center fielder. You're not going to bench Grisham. And the pitch is a slider in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. Rodon sets, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is now 3-2. Can you hear it now? Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is out of the strike zone for ball 4. So he went from 0-2 to 4-2. Don, did my earbud make it there? Is it there at the house? Straw is up to bat. And the first pitch is, oh my God, called ball, but is definitely in the strike zone, lower inside corner. Count is 1-0. Rodon sets and fires, and Straw fouls the pitch off. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is just a little bit low. I think that might have clipped the zone too, and that is called ball 2. Good gracious. We need ABS. These guys are freaking horrible. Umpires. Rodon sets and fires, and he gets an inside call. Fastball for strike 2. Count is evened at 2-2, but this guy should be on the bench already. And the pitch is swung on and missed. So that is the second out of the inning. And Rodon, get out of this jam. Coming up to bat is Leo Jimenez, he's hitting .095, one home run, one RBI, and a .333 OPS. And Rodon fires the first pitch. It is a fastball down low for ball one. My God, he's the eighth hitter. Let's do something. Would I trade Dominguez for Suarez? No. Rodon sets, and the pitch is a fastball inside. Count is now 2-0. The guy is hitting .095. Come on. Pitch to him. You actually have defenders behind you. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is down. It is now 3-0. Rodon sets, and the pitch is down. Ball four. Bases are now juiced full of Blue Jays. With two outs, Matt Blake is coming out to the mound. Hey, D-Train, welcome to the stream. Joey Loperfido is coming up to bat. He's the 9-hole hitter, hitting .348, one home run, 6 RBIs, and a .922 OPS. And the pitch is grounded to Jazz, who fires to Goldie to end the inning. So the Blue Jays leave the bases loaded. As we come to bat in the top of the third, it is going to be Anthony Volpe, Oswald Peraza, and Trent Grisham. For Suarez with regard to the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are deep with outfielders. Farm system has outfielders. They don't need outfielders. They need pitching help. This coming off season, they're going to lose Gallen, Kelly, and Montgomery. 3 frontline starters. Their farm system is depleted on pitchers. Not very many good ones there, and the highest ranked one is their number 5 prospect, and he measures out as a 4 or 5 starter. That is not going to cut it for a team who wants to be competitive. If you were to pull off a trade for Suarez, you may end up giving up a pitcher that yeah, he is a 2.5 month rental, and I'm not going to sell the farm for the chances that we can re-sign him. Plus, it was reported in the Arizona Republic that the Diamondbacks management is negotiating with Suarez's management team on a contract extension. Suarez has plainly said that he does not want to leave Arizona. And Gosman is on the bump. And he sets and he brings the pitch in. This time it is a 1-pitch pop-up. And it looks like Loperfido is going to make the play in shallow right field. My personal damn favorite, one pitch, one out. And Gossman sets and he brings the pitch, and it is hit on a chopper to short. And Bichette feels it and fires to Guerrero. So, congratulations, you idiots. That is two pitches and two outs. Not going to stress this guy by doing that. Give me a break. Trent Grisham is coming up to bat, and the first pitch is a four-seamer off the plate for ball one. Grisham is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first, and the splitter is down and in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Gossman sets and he fires, and the pitch is up and away. 3-0. So Grisham has had more pitches in this at bat than the first two batters combined. Gossman sets, and the fastball is catching the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. On deck, the captain. Gossman sets and he fires, and Grisham hammers this ball into right field. It's going to come off the wall, and Grisham is heading to second for a stand-up double. Well, he slid when he didn't need to, but all rise. The judge is in the chamber. Oh my God. Did he just hold four fingers up to intentionally walk Judge? Gosh damn it, he did. So they took the bat out of Judge's hands. Jazz Chisholm coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out in the first. Gossman sets and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate, a splitter. Count is 1-0. Jazz, you got to get this douchebag. You got to blast the ball, get a 2-out hit. Let's do it. That is Judge's 26th intentional walk. And the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Has Gossman lost the strike zone? Are we going to have the beasts juiced? Count is 2-0. Gossman sets, and the pitch is called. Strike one. And Gossman sets and brings the pitch. And it is called. Strike two. Count is 2-2. Gossman's checking on the runner at second. And he brings the pitch, and the ball is tipped into Kirk's glove for a strikeout. So there are no runs, a hit, and two runners left on base. As we head to the bottom of the third, Clement, Springer, and Guerrero coming up to bat. A lot of people are questioning why Cody Bellinger isn't in the lineup today. Bellinger is 2 for 19 against Gossman, hitting a 105. Clement is 0 for 1 on the night. He had a flyout to Dominguez in the first, and the first pitch is down low for ball one. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is hit to center field. Grisham is backing up and is going to make the play just short of the track for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is George Springer. And the first pitch is a slider in there for call, strike one. Count is 0 and 1. And Rodon sets. He brings the pitch in. Springer fouls it down the third base line. Count is now 0 and 2. Rodon sets, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 1 and 2. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight to the backstop. Count is 1 and 2, are going to remain 1 and 2. For those of you just joining the stream, we are in the bottom of the third. The score is 0-0. There is one out, and George Springer is up to bat. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch. It is a changeup off the plate. Count is now 2 and 2. Rodon sets, and he fires, and Springer swings at this one for a strikeout. That is Rodon's second strikeout of the night. That was a beautiful changeup. Hey, John Ferrazzo, welcome to the stream. John, against Gossman, Guerrero is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out. Against Gossman, Bellinger is hitting 109, 2 for 19. And the first pitch, which should be called a strike because it painted the top of the strike zone, is called ball. ABS. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low, a sinker. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is a sinker in the dirt. Count is 3-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate for ball 4. So that is a 4-pitch walk to Vlad. This is the third walk for Rodon tonight. Not helping. Rodon is 46 pitches deep. Bo Bichette is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out. Rodon sets, and the first pitch is a slider for call, strike 1. I don't know what's going on with Rodon. He has thrown a lot of sliders tonight. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and this is grounded foul. Count is 0-2. And Rodon sets. And the pitch is inside, and it is a soft ground ball to Volpe, who flips it to Jazz for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. There's a runner left. For those of you that are here, well, let's see. Bellinger is still our best hitter after Judge. Okay. Hey, Rob, welcome to the stream. I have no idea, Rob. I couldn't tell you what his pin is. Coming up to bat in the top of the fourth for the Yankees is Giancarlo Stanton, Jason Dominguez, and Paul Goldschmidt. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Honestly, Rob, I'm not sure. And Gossman is back on the bump, getting set on the rubber. Stanton is in the box and ready. Gossman sets, and he brings the pitch in. Stanton hits this one a high fly ball to left field. And this one is going, and gone. That is a leadoff home run for Giancarlo Stanton. The Yankees take a 1-0 lead. As Stanton receives the football heading into home plate, the ball left the bat at 102.4 miles an hour and traveled 370 feet. And of course, the Yankees have class, and they're not going to have a pitchfork or a damn jacket or anything. They go and do high fives, take care of business, and get back on the field. And the first pitch to Dominguez is hit to left field. Snyder is going to run this one down for the first out. And once again, my personal pet peeve. We are not going to drive this guy's pitch count up, getting one pitch outs. Ridiculous. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez. And the first pitch to Gossman is in there, called strike three, outside portion of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and it is just inside to even the count up at 1-1. John, if you don't recall, the last time that the Yankees faced the Blue Jays, Judge took 5 intentional walks. Gossman sets and fires, and Goldie hammers this one foul. Count is now 1-2. Gossman is 44 pitches in the game. Gossman sets. And he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And Wells sets and fires, and the first pitch is fouled off. And this one is for John Carlos Stanton's home run. Wells is 0 for 1 on the night and lined out to the second baseman. Gossman sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike two. Count is 0-2. As well as going to be the 5th strikeout victim for Gossman tonight. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and he is out swinging at a pitch that is way out of the strike zone. So the Yankees pick up a 1-run lead on a John Carlos Stanton home run. We are heading to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up to bat is going to be Alejandro Kirk, John Snyder, and Miles Straw. And according to Joe, the Angels are leading the Mets 4-0. If you are just joining the stream, please hit the like button, share this channel out, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to Yankees, The Ugly Truth. We do a caveat of things here. Do by play-by-plays almost every night. We have Tuesday, Thursday shows, which have open panels. And when I can get to it, we do pre-series review. My normal home base is, hey, good evening, FJ. Don't forget to hit that like button. My normal home base is Virginia Beach, but I am up in the Philadelphia area helping with my mother. So I am not in my normal location. But we are trying to bring you the best quality show possible. And the first pitch from Rodon is a four-seamer down, ball one. Count is 1-0. Kirk has the only hit on the night. He has a double to left center. And the pitch is a slider that catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Kirk takes a timeout. Rodon has walked three batters tonight. And the pitch is on the way. And this one is hit to right field. And it is going to come off the wall. Grisham feels it and shoots it into second. And Kirk is going to be in there for another double. And once again, Kirk is abusing Yankee pitching. Coming up to bat is Snyder. And the first pitch is tapped to Peraza. He looks Kirk back and shoots to Goldschmidt to record the first out of the inning. I don't know, Joe. He's got two at-bats and two doubles. Why would we consider walking him? Miles Straw is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the second. Rodon sets and he fires a slider in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. I'm not sure that Rodon is feeling his fastball because he has thrown a boatload of sliders. And the next pitch is a changeup called strike two. Catches the outside corner. Count is 0-2. And Rodon sets. He brings the changeup, and oh my God! It catches the inside corner. Should have been called strike three, but no, it's a ball. Bring on the ABS. These umpires stink. And the pitch is in there and swung on and missed. That is Rodon's third strikeout of the night. Coming up is Jimenez. Jimenez is 0 for 4 and 0 for 0 on the night with a walk in the second inning. Rodon sets and he brings the pitch and it is hit foul. Count is 0-1. For those of you just joining the stream, welcome. The score is 1-0 Yankees. We are in the bottom of the fourth. There are two outs with a runner at second. And the pitch is in there. Oh my God. Ball one. Called inside ball. Count is 1-1. And Rodon sets and he fires. And the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is hit foul. Count is 2-2. Rodon sets and fires a changeup up out of the strike zone. The count is now full, 3-2. Rodon sets and he brings the pitch. It is down in the dirt for ball 4. So that is the second walk for Straw. Loprofito is coming up to bat. Loprofito is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out in the second. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike 1. Snicker catches the outside corner of the strike zone. Loprofito's back in the box, and the pitch is hit into right field. Judge winds up and shoots the ball home. And Kurt is locked in place. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs, and Ernie Comlet coming up to bat. And Rodon fires the first pitch to Clement, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets, and he brings the next pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Actually, it is swung on and hit the left field. Dominguez is camped under it, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. And the Blue Jays leave the bases loaded. We head to the top of the fifth. Coming up for the Yankees is going to be Anthony Volpe, Oswald Peraza, and Trent Grisham. I will be back in 10 seconds. Well, actually, about a half a minute, but be right back. And Gossman sets, and the first pitch catches the inside corner for call, strike one. Volpe had a one pitch out in his last at bat, and the pitch is on the way, and it is a four seamer down low for call, ball one. Count is evened at 1-1. And Gossman sets, and the pitch is a splitter down low. Count is 2-1. And Gossman sets, and he brings the pitch, and Volpe hits this one a mile high. It is in shallow right center, and Lo Profito makes the catch to retire the first hitter of the inning. Coming up to bat is Oswald Peraza, 0 for 1 on the night. And Gossman sets, and the pitch is a four seamer that catches the inside of the strike zone. Call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Peraza is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out in the second inning. And the pitch is hit up the middle. And Jimenez makes a great play, but great grab, but he is not going to make the play. And Peraza is going to have an infield single. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a double and a strikeout. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and Grisham hits a drive to right field. But this is going to be caught on the wall on the track for the second out of the inning. He drove that one. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Captain is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and an intentional walk. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and it is a four seamer that catches the outside corner for call, strike one. And there is a pickoff attempt on Peraza, but he is back in there standing up. And Gossman sets, and he fires. The four seamer catches the inside portion of the plate. Count is going to be 0-2. Now I anticipate a sinker down and away. And Gossman sets, and the sinker is down. The runner goes, and it is into center field, and Peraza gets up and is going to third, and he is going to make it. So I anticipated that four fingers are going to get held up. Okay, and they're going to pitch to him. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and it is way up out of the strike zone. The count is evened at 2-2. I anticipate that was a change of eye level pitch, and they're going to throw another slider or sinker down in the dirt. And Gossman brings the pitch in. Judge hammers this one foul into the first base dugout or line. First base stands. Count is going to remain at 2-2. Goffman sets and he brings the pitch, and this one is fouled off. Count is still 2-2. And Gossman sets. He brings the pitch, and it is fouled off again. Heading to the eighth pitch of the at bat. And Gossman sets. And he brings a four seamer. The judge fouls off once again. That is going to remain 2-2 as Judge hits to the ninth pitch of the at bat. He's thrown a bunch of fastballs in a row, so the splitter is coming. I anticipate it. Gossman's pitch count is raised up to 63 so far. And Gossman sets. And he brings the pitch, and this one is hammered. It is a pop up. Kirk is tracking it, and he makes the play behind the dish for the third out of the inning. So the Blue Jays escape with no runs. Coming up to bat in the bottom of five is going to be George Springer, Vladimir Guerrero, and Bo Bichette. 2, 3, and 4. For those of you just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like, share the channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Anything that y'all can do to help this channel grow would be most appreciated. And Rodon sets, and the first pitch is a four-seamer called strike one. That was a bit off the plate. Count is 0-1. Springer is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout tonight. And the next pitch is a changeup off the plate. Count is evened out 1-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is just off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Rodon sets and he fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Strike two. And the count is 3-2. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is just inside. Count is that was ball four as Springer heads to first base. Coming up to bat is Vladimir Guerrero. That was Rodon's fifth walk of the night. Guerrero is 0 for 1 on the night, and he walked in the third. First pitch is a four-seamer off the plate for ball one. Rodon is at 74 pitches. And he sets and fires, and a sinker is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Yes, D-Train, that is a lot. Rodon sets, and the pitch is a changeup in the dirt. Count is now 2-1. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is hit sharply past a diving Peraza into left field. So the Blue Jays have runners at first and second with nobody out. Coming up to bat is Snyder, 0 for 2 on the night. Shed is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a fielder's choice. And Rodon sets and fires, and Chet swings on the pitch and misses it for call. Strike one. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is hit. It's going to bake it to the left field corner. Springer is going to score. Guerrero is going to score. And that is a two-run double for Bochette. Now the Blue Jays have taken a 2-1 lead. And Rodon sets. He brings the first pitch to Kirk, and it is called strike one on the outside corner. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch. It is a slider in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Kirk is 2 for 2 on the night with a pair of doubles. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is hit a mile high. Dominguez has it. He sets, and he brings the throw into third base. Bochette is going to stay at second, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Davis Schneider. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a walk. And Rodon sets, and the umpire gives him a gift call strike because the ball was off the plate. Hey, Jake. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is a changeup off the plate. The count is 1-1. For those of you just joining the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And Matt Blake is heading out to the mound for a visit. Rodon is at 84 pitches thus far. There is no one up in the bullpen. And the pitch is up and in for ball two. Count is now 2-1. And Rodon sets, checks on the runner at second. He brings the pitch, and this one is hammered foul down the third base line. Count is now 2-2. Hey, Celia, welcome to the stream. Hey, Lou. No, Lou, not panicking. If y'all haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And for everyone out there, I want to thank you all for spending time with me on this Monday evening, watching a little bit of baseball. Rodon sets, checks on the runner at second, and he brings the pitch, and this one is fouled straight to the backstop. Count is going to remain 2-2. We're heading to the seventh pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch is way out of the strike zone. Come on, for the love of God. Count is now 3-2. Well, happy pre-birthday, Yassine. I hope they win now. And the pitch is fouled off. The count is going to remain 3-2. And we're going to do it again. Well, the thing that you have to think about for the Blue Jays, they don't strike out a lot. They're one of the teams that has the least strikeouts in baseball. So you actually have to pitch to them, or you're going to walk a boatload. Rodon sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled off. Heading to the 10th pitch of the at bat. Rodon is at 91 pitches. And personally, I would consider throwing a fastball up to change the eye level because he is on everything that is down and away. Rodon sets and he brings the pitch, and it is a fastball up, but this one is fouled off. And Rodon sets. He brings the pitch, and this one is fouled back. Heading to pitch number 12 of the at bat. Wow, Wells got hit in the chest with the ball and the back of the head with the bat. Yeah, 99, this is frustrating, but this is what the freaking Blue Jays do constantly. And Rodon sets. He brings the pitch, and this one is popped foul. Heading to pitch number 13 of the at bat. Rodon brought that one in at 96 miles an hour, but this is definitely his last inning. And the pitch is hit foul down the third base line. Heading to pitch number 14 of the at bat. He's about emptied the tank. Maybe time to throw a curveball. And he sets and fires, and this one is popped up to shortstop. Volpe is going to take it, and that is the second out of the inning. And Rodon gives a tip of the cap to Snyder, respect out of that 14 pitch at bat. And Straw is up to bat, and the first pitch is grounded to Peraza. Peraza feels it and shoots it, and he throws it wide of first base, and another run is going to score. So now it is 3-1 Blue Jays. And Rodon makes a pickoff attempt on Straw. Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-2. And Rodon sets. He brings the pitch, and this one is fouled off. 33 pitches so far in this inning. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch. It is a slider down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is just inside. Count is 2-2. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is inside. The count is going to go 3-2. It's safe to say that Rodon is cooked. And Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is hit to Volpe. Volpe feels it and shoots it to Goldschmidt, and Goldschmidt is not able to handle the ball. So Straw is going to score. So an error by Volpe and an error by Peraza have allowed 2 unearned runs to score. This is probably Rodon's last batter. He's at 37 pitches, and he's cooked. Looks like Ian Hamilton is up in the bullpen. And the first pitch into Loperfido is fouled off. Loperfido is 1 for 2 with a single in the fourth. Rodon sets and throws a beautiful sinker that catches the bottom of the zone for the call strike. Count is 0-2. Rodon is at 106 pitches, and he keeps going. And the pitch is swung on and missed for the strikeout. The inning is finally over, but not before the Blue Jays score 4 runs on 2 hits and 2 freaking errors. Ridiculous, completely ridiculous. Team is built on defense. We have a shortstop throwing error and a third baseman throwing error. 5 freaking outs in the inning. 2 runs unearned. I'm amazed that Rodon doesn't grab a bat and start charging those idiots. And the count on Jazz is 2-1. Gosman sets and the pitch is down low. The count is now 3-1. And Gosman sets and he brings the pitch off the plate for ball four. The Jazz is headed to first, taking his gear off. Don Carlos Stanton is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a solo shot home run. Gosman sets and the first pitch is a fastball that catches the inside corner for call, strike one. And Gosman sets and he brings the next pitch, and it is inside to even the count up at 1-1. And Gosman sets and he brings the pitch, and it catches the bottom outside corner for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. And Gosman sets. He brings the pitch. It is a slider off the plate. Stanton checks his swing, and the count is now 2-2. Gosman sets and he fires and he hits a fly ball to shallow right field, and Jimenez is going to be under it and make the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez. Dominguez is 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts. He is currently on an 0 for 16 streak. And Gosman sets and he brings the pitch, and it is a fastball that catches the outside corner for call, strike one. And it looks like Efros is now warming up in the pen. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Dominguez. Count is now 0-2. And Gossman steps off the rubber. And Gossman sets, and the pitch is called strike three for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie is 1 for 2 on the night. And Gossman's pitch is fouled straight back to the backstop. Count is 0-1. The 99, how does Spencer Jones fix the infield? And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Gossman pitches, and the splitter is swung on and missed for strike three. So the Yankees strand a runner as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Coming up for the Blue Jays is Ernie Clement, George Springer, and Vladimir Guerrero. And for those of you just joining the stream, Blue Jays lead the Yankees 4-1. We're heading to the bottom of the sixth, and Jays are coming up to bat. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And Scott Efros will be relieving Carlos Rodon in this game. And Efros sets, and the first pitch is way inside, and it's going to end up at the backstop. Count is 1-0. Clement is 0 for 3 on the night with a foul out and 2 flyouts. And the pitch is chopped to and he fires across the diamond to Goldschmidt to record the first out of the inning. Springer is up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a walk and a run scored. And the first pitch from Efros is a sinker in there for call, strike one. Actually, they didn't call it a strike, although it was clearly in the strike zone. And the next pitch is in there and fouled off. The count is now evened at 1-1. Lou, there was a throwing error from Peraza, which should have ended the inning after the Jays scored 2 runs. And then Volpe followed up with another throwing error, which allowed 2 unearned runs to score. And Springer fouls the pitch off. Count is 1-2. Efros sets, and he fires the pitch. It is a slider or sweeper way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And the Ball is grounded to Vivas or to Peraza. Peraza shoots it across the diamond to Goldschmidt to record the second out. And Efros sets and he brings the pitch. It catches the top of the strike zone. For call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Efros sets and he brings the pitch, and it is a sinker inside. Count is 1-1 on Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk, a single, and he scored a run. And the pitch is on the way, and Guerrero fouls it off. The count is now 1-2. And Efros fires a sweeper that is off the plate. Count is now even at 2-2. Efros sets and he brings the pitch, and this one is hammered foul down the third base line. And we're going to reset and do it again. Efros sets, and Vladdy hammers this one foul down the third base line once again. And we're headed to the seventh pitch of the bat. And we're going to do it all over again. And the pitch is a sinker just off the plate. Count is now 3-2. And the payoff pitch is ball 4, and Guerrero heads to first base for a walk, a 2-out walk. Sixth walk of the night for Yankee pitching. Coming up to bat is Bo Bichette. He has a 2-run double in the second, or in the fifth, and he scored a run subsequently himself. Efros makes a pickoff attempt on Guerrero. Don't know why. Guerrero's back in safely, diving for the bag. And the pitch is a sweeper that catches the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed. There is a snap throw to first, but Guerrero is back in time. And Efros sets, brings the pitch, and this one is hammered to right field. And this one is going to be just foul. And Rodon sets and Efros sets and brings the pitch. It is a sweeper off the plate. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch is chopped to Jazz. Jazz fires to Goldie to record the third out of the inning. He almost threw that one away. As we go to the top of the seventh, the Yankees are down by 3 runs. And Wells is going to lead off the inning. And the first pitch to Wells is off the plate for ball 1. Count is 1-0. And Gosman sets and he brings the pitch. And this one is hit a high fly ball to left center field, but Snyder is there to catch it just short of the warning track for the first out of the inning. And it looks like Littell is warming up in the Jays bullpen. Gossman is at 82 pitches, and the pitch is tapped softly to Gossman. And Gossman flips it to first for the second out of the inning. That is Volpe's second one pitch out of the night. Up to bat is Oswald Peraza. And the first pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Brubaker is heating up in the Yankees bullpen, and the next pitch is in there and hit foul. Count is now 0-2 on Peraza. And the pitch is foul tipped into the glove of Kirk for strike three. Yankees trail 4-1, heading into the bottom of the seventh. Coming up to bat is Snyder, or Kirk, Schneider, and Straw. I will be back in just a moment. And Brubaker is going to take the lead, and the first pitch is a sinker that catches the top of the strike zone for strike one. Kirk is up to bat. He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles tonight. And the next pitch is hammered foul. Count is 0-2. And Brubaker sets and he fires the pitch down in the dirt, goes all the way to the backstop. Count is 1-2. And Brubaker sets and he brings the pitch, and it is down in the dirt. Count is now 2-2. Deuce, deuce. And Brubaker sets and he brings the pitch, and it is hit sharply to Braza, who fires across the diamond to record the out. Addison Barger is coming up to pinch hit for Davis Snyder. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker that catches the inside corner for call, strike one. And Brubaker sets. The changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Barger's hitting 340 on the season, 5 home runs, 16 home runs, and a 1062 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. The count is 1-2. Barger takes time out and steps out of the plate, or steps out of the box. And he is back in. And Brubaker sets, and Barger fouls the pitch back to the backstop. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Wells is coming up to the bump. And if Brubaker is smart, he will throw something up and in, change the eye level of Barger. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chopped down the first base line. Goldie fields it and takes the bag by himself. So that is a 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. Miles Straw is coming up to bat. He's 1 for 3 on the game with a single in the fifth, and he scored a run. And Brubaker sets, and he fires a slider that is swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. And Brubaker sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. And Brubaker fires the pitch, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Brubaker sets, and he fires, and the pitch is a slider down low and in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it misses just down low. Count is now 2-2. And the pitch is lined to right field, but Judge is going to be able to make the running play to end the bottom of the seventh. As we head to the top of the eighth, Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Jazz Chisholm will be coming up to bat. We'll see what we can do against the Jays bullpen pitcher that will be coming out in this half of the inning. For those of you just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like, Share the channel out, and if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Cat is awfully quiet. Can we make some noise out there? And it looks like Brandon Little will be replacing Kevin Gosman in the top of the eighth. And the first pitch to Grisham is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. And the next pitch is a knuckle curve in the dirt. Count is now 1-1. Grisham is 1 for 3 on the night with a double. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul. Count is now 1-2. Good night, John. Have a good night. Thanks for hopping in the stream. And little sets. And the pitch is down low and outside for call, ball two. Count is evened at deuce deuce. Those of you hopping in the stream, we are in the top of the eighth. The Jays lead the Yankees 4-1. Trent Grisham is at bat, and he has a full count. Captain is on deck. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and the pitch is on the way, and that is ball four. The Grisham takes a walk in the start of the eighth inning. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. Judge is 0 for 2 on the night with a intentional walk in the third. And the pitch is on the way. It is a knuckle curve. The judge swings over the top out. Never in the strike zone. Bad pitch to swing at. And the next pitch is another knuckle curve. This time it bounces in front of the plate. Count is now 1-1. Jazz Chisholm is on deck. And the next pitch is another knuckle curve swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2. And little sets and fires, and his knuckle curve is down and away. Count is 2-2. Hey, Alexander, welcome to the stream. If you haven't hit the like button, share the channel out. And the pitch is on the way, and judge is called out on a check swing. Not sure that he actually swung. I think he got rung up on a bad call. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm, and the first pitch is shot into right field. Grisham is going to advance to second. Jazz will be on first, and Giancarlo Stanton is stepping up to the plate. Hey, Jason, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you being here. And it looks like Uriel Rodriguez is going to come into the game and relieve Little. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. For those of you that are joining the stream, if you haven't, please share the channel out, hit the like button, and if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. We do play-by-plays almost every night here. We have a Tuesday, Thursday open panel, and we do pre-series reviews throughout the week whenever we are capable of doing it or able to do it. Any support for this channel would be most appreciated. We are currently in a commercial break. And Uriel Rodriguez is coming into the game. For those of you joining the stream, are in the top of the eighth inning. Blue Jays up 4-1 on the Yankees. Uriel Rodriguez coming in to pitch. There are runners at first and second with one out, and Giancarlo Stanton is coming up to bat. Stanton is 1 for 2 on the night with a home run, solo shot home run, and an RBI. Rodriguez has a 2.37 ERA. Opponents are hitting 175 against him. He checks the runner at second and brings the first pitch, and that is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. Count is 1-0. And Rodriguez sets, checks on the runner once again, and brings the pitch. And it is hammered foul. Count is now 1-1. And Rodriguez brings the pitch, and it is up out of the strike zone. Stanton is able to check his swing, and the count is now 2-1. And it looks like Hamilton and Loizaga are warming up in the Yankee bullpen. Rodriguez sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is hammered to center field. but it is caught by Straw, and that is the second out of the inning. Runners are at first and second, 2 outs, and Jason Dominguez coming up to bat. Dominguez is 0 for 3 on the night, and he is on an 0 for 17 streak. And Rodriguez fires the pitch, and it is fouled off to the third base side. Count is 0-1. Dominguez is 0 for 3 on the night, 2 lineouts and a strikeout. And Rodriguez sets, and he brings the pitch, and Dominguez chops it weakly to the second baseman. Jimenez fires on to Guerrero to record the third out of the inning. There are no runs and a hit. 2 runners left on base as we head to the bottom of the eighth. Coming up to bat will be Jimenez, Loperfido, and Clement. 8, 9, and 1. And as we head to a commercial break, what do y'all feel like talking about? Following the game over on NY Yankee Mania, Joe will have a postseason or post game review. I recommend hopping on the stream. Jason Custodio with Late Night Jason will have one about an hour after game time. Recommend everybody showing for those 2 streams for quality content. Rob, it ain't over till it's over, brother. And it looks like Nathan Lukes is coming in to pinch hit for Leo Jimenez. And Brubaker's still in there, and the first pitch is popped to the infield. Elevator shaft home run to Jazz Chisholm, who makes the play. For the first out of the inning. And Brubaker sets. The Leperfido shows bunt, but the ball is down low for ball 1. Count is 0-1. 1-0. And it looks like Trevor Hoffman is warming up Toronto to come into the ninth. And the next pitch is a slider down low. Count is now 2-0. Leperfido is 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the fourth. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a fly ball to center field. Grissom is tracking it and makes the play in middle center field for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat will be Ernie Clement. Clement is 0 for 4 on the night. And Brubaker sets and he fires the first pitch. It is a sinker down low for ball one. The Met has a flyout, or two flyouts, a fouled out, and a ground ball. And Brubaker sets and the pitch misses inside. Count is now 2-0. And the pitch is in there for call, strike one. Count is 2-1. And the next pitch is in there for call, strike two. Count is now 2-2. And Brubaker sets and he brings the pitch, and this one is swung on and hit foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain deuce. And Brubaker sets and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Brubaker sets, and the pitch is hit to right field. Judge is tracking it and is going to catch it just short of the warning track for the third out of the inning. That is 6 in a row tired by Brubaker. Yankees are going to have to try to rally in the ninth. Hitters coming up to bat are Goldschmidt, Wells, and Volpe. Yeah, Rob, they at least held it down tonight. Last series we faced the Jays. Our bullpen got hammered. So I personally wasn't looking forward to seeing Hamilton or Loizaga come in, because God knows what we were going to get there. And for all of you in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like, share this out, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Tomorrow at 12:30, I should be live for an open panel to talk Yankee baseball, or talk baseball, actually. All fans are welcome. And then once again, I will be doing the play-by-play here right at 7 on Yankees The Ugly Truth. So hence, stop by, talk a little baseball, and catch a little bit of play-by-play. And Jeff Hoffman will be coming into the game for the Jays to try to close this one down. Hoffman is their closer. Hoffman has a 4.79 ERA. Opponents are hitting 219 against him. He has 57 strikeouts and 11 walks. And the first pitch into Volpe is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1 for Goldschmidt. Excuse me. And Hoffman sets, and the pitch is foul tipped into the glove of Kirk. Count is now 0-2. And Hoffman brings the pitch, and this one is fouled off by Goldie. Count is still 0-2. And Hoffman sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is up and out of the strike zone for ball one. Count is 1-2. Looks like Bellinger is getting a helmet. He's probably going to pinch hit this inning. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. Looks like Rice will be pinch hitting also. And Hoffman sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. Goldschmidt has struck out 3 times this evening. Coming up to bat is, I don't know, maybe Anthony Volpe. And Volpe is going to be at the plate. Actually, Austin Wells. Wells is 0 for 3 of the night, and the first pitch is a splitter off the plate for ball one. Count is 1-0. And Hoffman sets and bounces another splitter. The count is now 2-0. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway, but it is hammered foul. Count is 2-1. And Hoffman sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is foul tipped into the glove of Kurt. Count is 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Wells swings and misses for strike three. Yankees are down to their final out. Ben Rice is coming up to pinch hit for Volpe. And the pitch is on the way, and Rice hammers this one foul. Count is 0-1. It looks like Bellinger is coming out to pinch hit for Peraza if Rice gets on. And the pitch is a four-seamer off the plate. Count is 1-1. Hoffman sets and he fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike two. The Yankees are down to their final strike. Rice takes a batter timeout. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled back. That ball was completely out of the strike zone. Don't know why the heck he was swinging at it. And the pitch is on the way, and Rice is rung up on a pitch right down the center. And the Blue Jays beat the Yankees 4-1. And they take a 4-game lead over the New York Yankees in the American East. The Blue Jays have beaten the Yankees 6 out of 8 games this season. We will be lining up to face off against them tomorrow at 7:07. For those watching, it will be available for viewing on Yes Network locally for New York and MLB subscribers. Before you leave, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Yep, cruise control. We are 4 games out. Share this channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. There will be a post-game show on NY Yankee Mania. I recommend everybody hopping over. That follows this. Also, we have Late Night with Jason Custodio, who will be doing another post game. There's some interesting caveats on his site, so I recommend everyone going over. But before I end this stream, please hit the like, share the channel out, and subscribe if you're not. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. I want to extend my appreciation to everyone who took time to come out during the stream. It is most appreciated, the support for this channel. And I will end on my usual note. Let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers.